Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Adam Burke from BangTheBook.com coming to you with a look at the national championship game tonight. Texas Tech takes on Virginia. Virginia, 1.5-point favorite here. Total of 118 at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Before I get into that breakdown, check out the newest edition of the Bettor's Box, my MLB betting podcast, which you can find over at BangTheBook.com, right here on our YouTube page, or you can find us on Spreaker, Stitcher, iTunes, iHeartRadio. You name it, you'll find Bang the Book Radio there. Doing an NHL preview for the playoffs and also the Masters tomorrow with Brian Blessing. Another edition of the Bettor's Box coming up on Thursday as well. So some things for you to look forward to with that. Kyle Hunter's final daily college basketball picks piece up over at BangTheBook.com here today as well. Also, Parker Michaels still doing the NHL. Obviously off here for a couple of days as the teams get ready for the playoffs. He's working on a playoff primer. Then he'll be doing his daily picks as we go throughout the playoffs as well. And you can check out my MLB picks every single day over at BangTheBook.com. All right, let's take a look here at this national championship game. Once again, Virginia, 1.5-point favorite. Total of 118 for this one. And obviously with the total, we certainly expect a defensive struggle here tonight. And, look, obviously Virginia, a team that's very, very good defensively, 7th in the country in adjusted defensive efficiency, according to Bart Torvik. But lately, it's been the offense for the Cavaliers that has had to pick up the slack. Overall for the season, they are 4th in adjusted offensive efficiency. But when you look at the last two games here in the NCAA tournament for them, they allowed 1.217 points per possession to Purdue and 1.057 points per possession to Auburn. It was Virginia's offense that had to pick up the slack. Nearly 1.3 points per possession against Purdue, 1.074 against Auburn. And obviously, when you think about it, look, they're that floater away from losing to Purdue in regulation. Certainly the questionable foul call and the blown double dribble call against Auburn. A lot of people don't really think Virginia should be here. And one of the reasons why they've had so many problems is because their defense has really fallen off the pace. Their offense has had to pick them up. You certainly have to wonder here if that's a recipe for success against Chris Beard and this Texas Tech defense. And look, what Texas Tech did to Michigan State, absolutely incredible. Sparty was 8 for 23 from two-point range, only 0.852 points per possession on offense for Michigan State. The worst defensive showing here in the NCAA tournament for Texas Tech was when Gonzaga had 0.968 points per possession in the Elite Eight. Those are the types of numbers that Virginia was running against Gardner-Webb and Oklahoma and Oregon. Texas Tech is doing it against Buffalo, Michigan, Gonzaga, Michigan State. Really impressive what Texas Tech has been able to do here down the stretch, especially on the defensive end. And look, they've actually been pretty good offensively as well here in this tournament. And, when you look at them being able to score over a point per possession against Michigan State with only 10 points from Jared Culver on 3 of 12 shooting, you really have to like where Texas Tech is defensively, what the supporting cast is doing to help out here. Matt Mooney obviously dropping 22 in that game. But for Texas Tech, look, they're finding ways to win and ways to win impressively, whereas Virginia just happening to find ways to win. So you really have to like what Texas Tech has done in this tournament, what Texas Tech has done down the stretch, what Chris Beard has done with this team outside of a minor hiccup in the middle of the season when they lost 4 straight top 50 games in conference play. I got to go with Texas Tech tonight. They're plus 1.5. You can play the money line if you want. You can take the 1.5 with what's expected to be a low-scoring game here tonight. But again, for Virginia here, even in their top games, when they played top 50 teams, 9 of those 21 games saw the opposition get at least 1 point per possession. Texas Tech played 18 top 50 games, only 5 games with at least 1 point per possession allowed to the opposition. So Texas Tech has stepped up well in these top 50 games. They've stepped up extremely well in the NCAA tournament also. Their defense is on point. Virginia having to win with offense against the Texas Tech team with this kind of defense seems like a really tough recipe for Tony Bennett's team. So I'll take Chris Beard. I'll take Texas Tech tonight, plus the 1.5. Hope you've enjoyed all the college basketball videos for us here on our Bang the Book YouTube. We'll keep doing golf with Brian Blessing. We'll keep doing hockey with Brian Blessing. I'll do some more baseball stuff as well. We'll see if we can incorporate Kyle Hunter for the baseball season also. So Thank you so much to everybody for following throughout the college basketball season on Bang the Book Radio, here on our YouTube page, and, of course, over at our website. I'm Adam Burke for BangTheBook.